and dogs. And, we never had any kids or anything. And, I feel like my thing on this thing is to rescue dogs. And so that's the reason what the day I went to Pasadena to for the first time and then go through that facility. It was like I walked away from there, like, how else can I help? What else can I do? I think one of the things that I really love about it is not only the things that I was mentioning, but they have an incredible veterinary department where they will do, I have seen them for late in like this. So it's not what you actually call it, but dogs will come in, that's been hit by a car. Other rescues would probably have to put it down because they don't have the funding to save an animal. That has to be a humane, will come in, put a plate in the dog, that you can attack. They do like those little wheelchairs for the dogs if they have one. I see cats come in where they have horrible iron infections, and instead of giving up on them, having a humane will do, maybe they'll have to do something, whether it's severe, but they make it so that those cats are so adoptable. And it's just, every time I go there, it warms my heart.
Now, for someone who hasn't gone to a wiggle waggle walk, lay out for me what they expect to see, what they can do, like the food vendors, all those things.
Oh my gosh. Well, there are food trucks there, because there are so many fun little vendors. It's always a pretty like credit card kind of situation for me, because you've got people selling all kinds of different t-shirts and bags and dog bowls and, treats for animals and that kind of thing. At our booth, that is fun this year, is Michelle, producer Michelle, and her kids together these adorable swag bags that we're giving away to people on our team. Actually, tonight I am working on something that goes in the swag bag that I was just say involved rubber band. And then, to everybody on our team, stay at am640.com/wiggle is where you can go to join our team. And so you'll get one of these special little swag bags. Also, you get to walk with us at 8:30. We do a big team photo. So, if you go to my Instagram, just KFI, you can look up the pictures from last year. And it's just fun. It's like one chance that I get to connect with our KFI listeners who are also animal lovers. And it's just a cool event. There's thousands of people that are out there. We have cheerleaders, little young kids from the schools surrounding the area that are at the front and the finish line and stuff like that. It's a 1 and a 3 mile walk. We just do the 1 mile. I'm going to admit I'm lazy. I'm not going to walk. So we do the 1 mile. And it's just going to be a fun group of people out there. And I hope you'll come out. We'd love to meet you.
I know why I am what they call a dog person. But why are you?
Oh, unconditional love. Like when you come home and you can hear them barking at the door, sort of scratching at the door, and you're like, oh my God, the funniest day in the world.
Yeah.
All these things, 3 little sets of eyes love me.
Just 3 little sets, nothing to add to your bird?
Oh, not really that. So I got 3 dogs and cats. And Jay White, the golden doodle that I have, the puppy, if anybody follows me, this dog, I met, oh my gosh, I love this dog, but holy cow, God is testing me with this one. It's nuts. Like, her affinity for mud is unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, I'm 100% at this point where I'm giving up on one of my couches that she loves to jump on. And because she can get me out. And that is it.
See, that's why we have 2 dogs, and we have, like, mid-range couches, because we give them full run of the house and the furniture.
Right.
So we're not going to try to explain to him, don't jump on the couch when we sit on the couch and what have you. So we had to make an agreement with them. Okay, we're not going to get high-end furniture because the dogs have access to it. But before I run out of time, just here's the information so people can sign up, where to find us on Sundays, to do that.
So Sunday we will do am640.com. Oh, sign up. And go to that all proceeds go to benefit Pasadena Humane, which is at Richmond, Arkansas, we have 2 KFI booths that are right outside the stage. So we're going to tell everybody who's on our team to be at our booth at 8:30 because we want to do a team photo this year. And then we'll all please run over to the finish line, and all of us will be walking. I think I can borrow it all on my own. We'll all have all kinds of very friends for you to walk in. And as I always promise, any gossip that you want, I'll put down.
No. We have an agreement. We don't give away all the secrets.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for letting me come on tonight and promote it.
Absolutely. Rabbi will see you soon, and can't wait to wiggle waggle on the walk with you.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you Sunday.
All right. There you go. It's later with Mo Kelly. When we come back and join the studio by Pastor Gabrielle Bourne to talk about the upcoming movie Air and how the story of Michael Jordan and Nike changed the world as we know it. That's coming up on Later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Out of a collection. Sorry, basically ordered. Steve Gregory. KOST 822. And counting live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Lots of guys easily bought 7 weapons from 5 different guns in their video shows officers taking down the shooter. The video shows officers arrive at the school and they're directed to the building where the shooter was seen. A team goes in and they start searching.
Let's go.
Shots were heard on the 2nd floor. That's where officers confront the shooter.
Whoa! Watch out. Stop moving!
The whole thing happened in just a few minutes. The LAPD asked for the public health and is offering a reward up to $50,000 to anyone able to provide information about a fatal hit and run in East Hollywood. The LAPD says in January, a compact SUV headed northbound on Serrano Avenue near Sunset, an 84-year-old woman. The LA Fire Department responded to the scene, took the woman to the hospital. She later died there. They say the driver drove away.
I look forward now to signing this bill and making it law.
Governor Newsom signed a bill into law that goes after gas price gouging. It was passed by the California Assembly yesterday. Attorney General Rabbi says the law can impose penalties on oil companies for increasing prices of gas when they think no one's looking.
We are standing up for everyday Californians, and our message to big oil is very clear. Play by the rules or pay the price. It's really that simple.
Bonta says passing this bill in California is saying yes to transparency, consumer protections, and accountability. Opponents say the law could increase gas prices or make companies leave the state. The law goes into effect in 90 days. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has sent a letter to the White House urging President Biden to get back to negotiating about an increase to the federal debt limit. McCarthy says it's been nearly 2 months since they had any discussion. He writes to Biden that he's concerned Biden is putting an already fragile economy in jeopardy by insisting on his extreme position on the debt limit. McCarthy says House Republicans want to limit spending, taxpayer money, and grow the economy. Abbott Elementary creator Cynthia Bernstein and blonde actress Anna de Armas will be making their Saturday Night Live debut next month. Bernstein, who also stars in the ABC comedy of Hosting Saturday. Holly Shannon, who was a cast member from 1995 to 2001, will return to host April 8th. The Jonas Brothers, who have a new album out in May, will be the show's musical guest. The Armas, who earned an Oscar nomination for her portrayal of Marilyn Monroe, will be hosting on April 16th. Southline weather from KFI, rain after midnight, lows in the 40s and 50s. Rain tomorrow morning, partly cloudy for the afternoon with highs in the low 60s at the beaches, Metro LA and Inland Sea. 50s to about 60 for the valley tonight, 40 in the Antelope Valley, where there's a wind advisory after Thursday morning. Rain again by Wednesday night and into Thursday. Those showers expected to continue until late Thursday afternoon. Cloudy skies Friday, sunny skies for the weekend, highs in the 50s and 60s. It's 56 in Los Alamitos, 55 Santa Clarita, 56 in Field Beach, 57 in Gardena. Got a crash in Outwater Village on 5.
If you're heading northbound at Glendale Boulevard, it's taking away the left lane, so your drive starts to stack up heavily right around the 2. In Montebello, 60 east on that Finlay, watch out for a stall car still blocking the middle lane there, so the stop and go right as you come away from the 710. And things are looking better for you now in Diamond Bar on the 60 westbound after Phillips Ranch Road. The crash there has been moved out of the 2 right lanes. It looks like traffic has recovered there. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. Faces clearing triple. Ready, Truman. Come to Dodger Stadium on April 1st when the Dodgers take on the Diamondbacks and be one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance to receive a Freddie Freeman bobblehead presented by Bank of America. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotion.
Hey, sport, like science, Mom.
New federal legislation provides financial incentives to accelerate the transition to clean energy. Science Moms, a nonpartisan group of climate scientists, is starting a conversation on how clean energy can protect your kids' health and slash your energy bill. Dr. Jello and Russell, Science Mom and Professor at the University of Arizona in the Department of Geosciences. Science Moms are here to start conversations. Mom, dirty energy is harming our kids' health, while safe, clean energy is abundant. Now is the time to act and protect our kids from toxic fumes on diesel school buses and heat-trapping gases that make extreme weather events worse. Don't miss out on the thousands of dollars available to your household and communities to make the switch to clean energy today. It's never been easier or more affordable to save our kids' future. To learn more about the steps you can take, visit ScienceMoms.com. This is Jacob Emron. If you've been in a truck accident, call 844-24-JACOB. More stimulating talk.
And I have radio stations.
1984 has been a tough year. Sales are down, our growth is down. And we're still here to grow basketball business.
You don't know what the hell a Nike is. What's a Converse? NBA All-Star team.
There's nothing people about Nike.
You would have to have a pretty compelling fit.
I can tell them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible. I do not love it. This is when you come up with a brilliant idea that no one else can do. Let's hear it. I got it. I found them. Who's that? Stupid? Can't afford it. I'm going to discuss my career on one guy. My name's Sonny Vaccaro. I'm with Nike. You typically look at a habit of showing up to people's front doors on an hour. I don't like to take no for an answer. Oh, man. Here we go. You ask me what I do here. This is what I do. I find these players. I feel it's just time. Okay, risky. When you were selling sneakers out of the back of your place, that was risky. Don't speak that now. For a risk, yes. You never set foot on NBA court. If that's the literal definition of rookie. Yeah. What's the plan? He's building too high program. Just can't. I need the greatest basketball student that's ever been made. Who's the player? Michael Jordan. It's Later with Will Kelly. Can't find AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. You may know actress, writer, and producer Gabrielle Bourne from series like TNT's Animal Kingdom and Fox's Kids, just to name a few. Now Gabrielle is set to co-star alongside Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in the movie Air, which hits theaters Wednesday, April 5th. And as you heard, Air tells the incredible story of Sonny Vaccaro and Nike as they pursue NBA basketball rookie Michael Jordan in creating a partnership that revolutionized the world of sports and culture. In the film, Gabrielle Bourne brings to life Tiffany, Matt Damon's Sonny Vaccaro's right-hand woman. And she joins me right now in studio. Gabrielle, it's a pleasure to see you. We're also live on Instagram Live at Mr. Mokelly, MRMOKELLY. How you doing tonight?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
I was looking at your story, I was looking at your history, and it is very circuitous. You were born in Jersey, then you go to Belgium, then you go to London, you speak all these languages, and somehow you made your way back to the United States. What possessed your family to move to Belgium, first and foremost?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to go on this 10-year European adventure when I was 3 years old. My dad got a job overseas, and my parents decided that they weren't up for the ride. So they moved me and my sisters out to London, Belgium first, and then London, and then I found out a month or two before my freshman year of high school that we had to move back to the States, and I was devastated because I was having such a blast in London.
Did you remember the actual process of moving to Belgium? Was there any type of discomfort or uncertainty learning the language? What happened?
Yes, I definitely remember initially moving there having a hard time and kind of hanging out along with my teachers at recess. But, after you get past that initial thing and you realize that you're going to make friends wherever you go, it becomes easy and kind of like an exciting adventure. And so I was all for it.
What's it like living in Europe? I mean, you can go 20 minutes and run into a different language. What's that like when you run into
different? I mean, I'm a huge fan of the culture. It's just so rich. It's just a whole different way of life. And just growing up, it was kind of all I knew, you know? It was kind of what I was used to. And London was different too, because it's English. So, and that's really where I grew up, you know, it was from when I was, you know, 8, so 14. So that was the big years of my life. I'm gaining independence, and you know, those are like my first real memories. And
for you to adopt seamless accent, or a place that you can put in and out if you wanted to. How about you walk through the hello, Doc?
No, I did not adopt a full English accent, but I remember, you know, coming back and I'd say things like, can I go use the toilet? Or what, you know, and people would go, the toilet? Are you out the bathroom?
Right.
There's no bathroom there. What are you talking about? So, yes. But, you know, it's a class.
When did you get first approached about this acting thing? Because it didn't happen here, it happened over there.
Yes, it happened while I was living in London. I went to American School London, and they, 5th and 6th grade, you just automatically take drama classes from the curriculum. So we had it in school, and I just fell in love with it. I started taking it outside of school every Saturday, and then my acting teacher happened to be an agent, so she started sending me out for things, and I just kind of fell in love with it. And then when we moved back to the U.S., I was driving into New York City every weekend to go to acting class and auditioning there, and then I did the audition for acting programs for college.
And then you ended up at USC.
Somehow I got into USC's acting program. I don't know how. That was one of the only schools I got into. It is just amazing. It's an amazing school.
It kind of helps with the career as well, doesn't it?
It does. I think people hear that, you know, you were at USC and DFA acting program and they take you a little more seriously. And, you know, Trojan helps Trojan.
Yeah, that network is real.
It is real.
And it's substantial. What was your first job? Do you remember your first job that you booked?
Well, my first job would have been when I was living when I was in high school, just commercial work. I think one of my first jobs was like a music video for the Jonas Brothers.
That's not a bad first job.
Yeah. We were doing a reenactment of like a girl going to prom, and so I, you know, open up the door and there's a guy with a football team on his, I don't know, it was a funny thing.
You look very young, so I could see that you could see a path for a high schooler even now.
Yeah.
If you want.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So then you are obviously learning more of your craft at USC. What was your first step after leaving school as far as broadening your career? Or were you working while you were going to school?
I was auditioning while I was in college, but I was kind of focused on college. So when I was done, that was like, okay, here we go. It's crazy. You get all kinds of advice when you graduate college with an acting degree. And everyone's kind of telling you different things about how to spend your time. You're in this place where you have to have your faith. You have to be open at a moment's notice when another thing comes through, but you have to have a job. You have to have a living money. So obviously that's why most people become waiters or whatever. I was a job offer for a while.
That's a dangerous profession these days.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you sure?
Yeah, it is difficult.
Well, how do you get into dog walking?
There's websites that you can go to, and then I started making my own business cards and things like that.
It's almost like you don't want to tell me all of that story because there's something about it that might get you in trouble if you told all of it.
Oh my God.
Am I right?
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, before we go to the first break, tell me one nightmare dog walking story.
Oh my
You
God.
gotta have at least one.
No. Well, there was this one dog. He was a rescue, and you know, it was a little nerve-wracking every time I go, and I didn't know how he was going to react. And I was the only one that could go walk this dog because he was kind of fierce.
Do you remember what breed?
Oh, I don't want to say.
Okay.
These dogs are so bad around. And
Okay,
some of them they look so special, so sweet, and
so when you're walking this pit bull, what happened?
Well, he got that face at me and snapped me. He didn't bite. That was funny. But it was a scary moment because you're there in his face. Like, are you still like that?
So the dog was psychotic.
But it was, the dog had past trauma.
PTSD. Okay.
And so I don't blame the food.
Okay.
I blame
You don't blame the people? Okay. If you're just tuning in, joining me in the studio right now is actress, writer, and producer Gabrielle Bourne. She's one of the co-stars of the new movie Air, co-starring alongside Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. It airs in theaters on Wednesday, April 5th. More with Gabrielle Bourne in just a moment. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. It's related with Mo Kelly. Now let's go to the KFI 24-hour news with Eddie King.
Police in Nashville said a person who shot and killed 3 adults and 3 children at a Christian school was under a doctor's care for an undisclosed emotional disorder. Police also say while she had maps of the campus and planned the shooting, she didn't specifically target any of the people who were killed yesterday. Homicides in Los Angeles have fallen by 5% from 2021 numbers. Police Chief Moore says there were still more than 1 killing per day in LA in 2022. Chief Moore says the number of homicides and shootings is down so far in 2023. HBO says 2.3 million people watched the final season premiere of the Emmy-winning drama Succession Sunday night. That's a record for the show. 1.7 million watched last season's finale. Season 4 will be the last season of the show. Rain after midnight through tomorrow morning, a break in the afternoon, then rain again Wednesday night into Thursday. Get a crash in Atwater Village on the 5.
That's northbound at Glendale Boulevard, blocking the left lane, so traffic stacking up pretty heavily right around the 10. Montebello, 6237 at Finlay. Watch out for a stalled truck that's in the middle lane, so you're seeing a heavy ride from the 7th lane. If you're on the 91 eastbound at Anaheim Hills, right at Weird Canyon Road, it looks like a crash there. It's been moved out of lanes. It's over to the right shoulder now. You drive slowly recovering from Lakeview. KFI in the sky and helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer. Joe Buck and John Cole welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but you can grab the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org. How much do you think your home is worth this year? Do you think it's going to be worth the same next year? If you're thinking about borrowing on your home equity, your odds of getting more out of your home is probably higher now than it will be next year. I certainly believe that. Some experts predict that property values might decline over the next few years, making it more challenging for borrowers to tap into that home equity. If you need $75,000 or more, HMS Capital can help you borrow the money you need with the equity you built. So whether you want to consolidate debt, make home improvements, whatever your situation may be, HMS Capital may have the best solution to help you. No appraisal, credit report fees to apply. I've done 2 mortgages with HMS Capital. Clearly, I'm a fan. I believe they are simply the best at what they do. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. You locked your cat up the tree?
Yeah, he's way up there. I'm scared to come down.
Hang on, I'll get him for you.
Be careful, mister.
Thanks, kid. Here you go.
Where did you come from? And where's your mask and coat?
What? Oh, no, your mom and dad called us to clean out your showers, and
What?
they were up a tree, too.
Really?
Your drain was really clogged, backing up, and we have to stop that nasty stuff from invading your bathroom.
So you're a hero?
Try to be every day. We're Rooter Heroes.
Wow.
We make sure you live in a safe, clean house. Go on.
Thanks for rescuing George.
It's what a hero does.
If you know how to charge in, call Reader Hero coming in or online at ReaderHero.com.
I'm the Inner Cosmos with David Eagleman. The Stanford neuroscientist explored how brain science intersects with our lives, passions, and behavior. This deep dive into the unexpected facets of our brain science will help you see the world differently. I'm going to explore the relationship between our brain and our experiences by tackling unusual questions. Listen to Inner Cosmos with David Eagleman on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. 18 Sharp water softeners add sodium to your water without even filtering it. Here is something better. A Life Source salt-free water system. Life Source filters water from every tap and keeps all the healthy minerals without maintenance, salt, or services. And right now, new customers can get a free Aquapure antibacterial filter with a qualifying purchase, a savings of $825. But the offer ends soon, so call Life Source at 800-803-2696 or go to lifesourcewater.com. I'm sure somebody's played hardball, but with the Jacoby Myers on your side, you'll level the playing field. With over 50 years of experience, trust Jacoby Myers to protect your rights and get you the compensation you deserve. Call Jacoby Myers, the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The nation's for experiencing homelessness. The article online says, appear to be unhoused. Is that no good either? Appear to be unhoused. It's like you experience an asthma attack. They're not experiencing homelessness. John and Ken, I'm not enjoying the world. Live 1 to 4 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and we're live on Instagram at Miss Mokelly and RMOKELLY. Who just tuning in, active writer and producer Gabrielle Bourne is joining me in studio. She's co-star of the new movie Air alongside Matt Damon. And then at Air Fifth Theater, Wednesday, April 5th, it tells the story of Sonny Vaccaro and Nike as they pursued Michael Jordan as a rookie. And you know, the whole Jordan brand and everything was spun out of it started from that story, that partnership that revolutionized the world of sports and culture. And Gabrielle, let me bring you back into the conversation. They can see the movie Air when it comes out in April, middle of a week. But I'm curious about the whole audition process. Is this something that the agent brought to you, or did you go to your agent and say, hey, I want to be a part of that? Or how does something like this usually come together?
Yeah, usually it's from an agent. This one came in through my agent. These days, it's a self-tape audition. So they send it to me and I put it on tape.
So they give you like a size?
They give me size, yep.
And you just do maybe 3 or 4 versions of it?
Or you send in, you rotate one version of it.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know, you do a few takes yourself, and you pick the favorite. And, you know, you can send in too if you have two wildly different takes, but it's generally better to pick a choice and then. And so in this case, I did that. I made a self-tape, and they cast me right off that initial tape. Sometimes.
Okay, is that a function of the pandemic, the whole idea of self-taping? Did that come directly out of the pandemic?
It existed before the pandemic, but not on such a wide scale. Now that is solely what's happening.
That's the industry standard now.
That is it, yes. So we all have our little self-tape set up in our house somewhere with a big light and a tripod and camera, and we, you know, pick a reader, hopefully not a family member. Someone else. At least have my husband read it. I don't do that anymore.
Not a good thing?
It's not a good thing.
How does callbacks work then?
So sometimes callbacks are either Zoom or in person, if they do hold callbacks. But a lot of the time now, they're just sending tapes straight to producers and passing off as a single tape.
Do you think that's more difficult because you don't get to see off in the interview in the room or the person's facial expressions to know if you're landing with them?
You know, there's a lot of conversations about this right now from actors and casting directors in terms of what's better and who prefers what. I obviously love being in a room interacting with people and getting that relationship, but I so much prefer this way of doing it for so many reasons. I think one, the job is not connecting with them in person, it's connecting with what you're doing and the story that you're trying to tell and the person you're trying to be. And that's the job. And you can do that wherever you are. And for me, it saves so much time in the car, gas, you know, all of that. And I can do it in my own schedule. It's not you know, you have to do it at this time with the kids. You know, I can plan it perfect hours, like school and whatever. I love the phrasing. I also think it leaves room for more opportunity for more actors because, you know, generally casting directors know within just 10 seconds of watching a tape if you are right or in the realm of being right. So they can turn it off and move on to the next story, which is a sad story, but why waste time, you know?
How much time, speaking of time, how much time do you usually have to turn around? Let's say your agent calls you or emails you Tuesday night, hey, got this part for this Matt Damon movie. Do they even give you that much information?
Sometimes. Sometimes you know what you're taking for. Sometimes you don't. Most of the time you know. Sometimes you can get some scripts, a lot of times throw in help. But usually you have anywhere between a day to 2 or 3. 2 days is kind of average.
That's decent.
That's not terrible. It depends on how many sides you have, you know? Sometimes you're spending 14 pages a side.
And how much would you actually be able to remember and do on tape?
Yeah, it depends. It depends what it is. I'm pretty good with memorization and kind of just knowing what I want to say based on what I've created and what I would say. But I have a task where I have my laptop kind of in my island.
Oh, you see?
I see.
You have a teleprompter.
I do. There are times, yeah, 100%. There are times where that is necessary. Look at my future.
Not anymore.
And yeah, welcome to my world. Yeah, no, but actors, it works great if you are in a bind and you only have a day or whatever, and you don't want to be focusing on the words, you want to be focusing on what's behind it. You know, I just feel like it's giving me such a way to be able to do more work, to spend this little time that I do have on the work rather than on the words.
I am a little bit older than you, so I have a first-hand memory of this time in which the whole studio explosion cottage industry took place when Michael Jordan put Nike huge basketball teams on the map in a way that they had never been known before. I remember that in 1984. What type of research did you have to do because I got that you remembered that?
No, I did not. I did not remember that. A little bit before my time. I got the script. I was able to read the script, which has a lot of great information about the whole story. And then, yeah, I mean, really, the story that I needed to learn was more about Nike rather than Michael Jordan and just kind of what Sunny and Phil were doing at the time of the company. Yeah, so nice. And the child. And, I read Two Dogs and all that. And get a better picture of what was going on with the company because that was what my part was.
Working as Tiffany and you're the right-hand woman to Matt Damon's Sonny, how much time, if at all, did you have to kind of vibe together, to work on scenes together, blocking? How much time do you have before you're actually shooting?
So, I booked a couple weeks before I started shooting, and I originally was supposed to go on with one scene, a day or two, and before my first day of shooting, I got an email the night before with the caption, or with the call sheet for the next day, and that is when I found out that my first scene was in, and gather myself and go, well, yeah, I mean, there's two feelings that come along with it when you find out that she's crazy. Um, so, it was, yeah, I went set, and I was ready, and then it ended up turning into 2 weeks of doing it. They brought me back after that initial moment and kind of just swapped me in other situations.
Did they change the scenes very quickly before they go to break, or did they just say, well, we have her here, let's do all of her scenes in a short amount of time?
No, it was just supposed to be doing it all together while they have it there. And then they kind of came to realize, I don't know, having me there, and, they're shooting a lot in this world, they're going to be around, this space that we developed as my guest. So they tell me to try me coming in and out for the next 3 weeks. And
very quickly, what was it stuff? What were you doing?
Santa Monica.
It can't get much better than that. It's like just working out for you.
I agree.
My guest is here right now is Gabrielle Bourne. We're talking about the new movie Air, talking about the story of Senator Charles, and also Nike as they pursue Michael Jordan and how it's changed sports merchandising and the shoe industry forevermore. We'll have another segment with Gabrielle Bourne in just a moment. KFI is 40 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app now. Let's go to the KFI 24-hour news from an anything.
LA Metro has approved the hiring of 48 new transit security officers. Their primary objective is to deter bus operator assaults and code of conduct violations. Metro says there were 158 assaults on its bus operators last year, a 37% increase from 2021. Metro recently added 200 unarmed Metro ambassadors to its trains and buses to watch over safety. News brought to you by Cesar Solares. A man in Redondo Beach has been sentenced to 27 years in prison for preying on young girls online and convincing them to hurt themselves. The Department of Justice's demand targeted girls with depression, suicidal thoughts, and eating disorders. He asked the girls to send videos of them cutting themselves with razor blades and starving themselves for his sexual gratification. In one case, the guy tried convincing a girl to kill her parents and set the house on fire. The DOJ says teen girls looked for help online and instead tragically fell into this man's hands. A new report shows there have been 382 homicides in the city of LA in the last year, 20 fewer than the year before.
LAPD Chief Morris says, unfortunately, that decrease was not across the entire city. Central Valley experienced a 14% increase, but South Bureau saw the largest decrease. Half of all homicides in LA are gang-related. And here's Chief of Detective Chris Kitcher with the top 3 motives. The 2 related incidents, gang-related incidents, and then the third robbery at LAPD headquarters. Chief Gregory KFI News.
3 small earthquakes have rumbled through northern California. The U.S. Geological Survey says the initial 3.5 quake hit at just after 6 this morning near Pacifica, followed by 2.6 aftershocks at 6:03 and 6:04. Residents from Santa Cruz to San Francisco say they felt the same. A fire at an immigration detention center in northern Mexico has killed at least 40 people. Mexico's president says the event, one of the deadliest at an immigration lockup in the country, was caused by migrants who set mattresses on fire.
A spokesperson for the National Security Council says the tragic loss of life in Ciudad Juarez is, quote, heartbreaking, and the U.S. has been in touch with Mexican officials and stands ready to provide any support needed.
ABC's Karen Travers says the center is in an area across the border from El Paso. He says 68 men from Central and South America have been housed in the facility when the fire started. The video game MLB The Show will, for the first time, insert some of the greatest black baseball players who weren't able to play in the Major League before Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. The 2023 edition of the game will be able to venture into a storyline involving 8 of baseball's legends who played in the Negro League. Along with Robinson, there's Satchel Paige, Buck O'Neill, Ruth Foster, and Hilton Smith. President of the Negro League Baseball Museum says this edition does make sense. Southland weather from KFI, slight chance of rain tonight, rain likely after midnight. Rain on the way tomorrow. It could taper off for a few hours in the afternoon with highs in the 50s to low 60s. Rain will start up again late Wednesday into Thursday, and then should end by late Thursday afternoon. Hopefully just in time for the first pitch. Cloudy on Friday, sunny for the weekend, highs in the 50s and 60s. It's 54 in Central and 55 in Laguna Hills. We've got a star in Montebello on the 60s.
Just after Finley is still stuck in the middle lane, causing some backup crew up at 710. Atwater Village, 5 north down at Glendale Boulevard. A crash there, taking away the left lane. You're seeing a busy ride from the 2. And if you're in downtown LA on the 110 northbound, right up to 101, there's a crash that's along the right shoulder of the 101 northbound connector. So that's causing some delays from the 10. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster on Pedro Moreno. There are 10 million job openings in the U.S., but less than 6 million people actually looking for work. No wonder it's hard to find qualified hourly employees. Now, there are plenty of hiring sites, but when you use them, they cost a pile of money. You get inundated with resumes of people who just don't fit the bill. They don't have the right qualifications, or they're too far away, or they just ghost you on the interview. JobGet is the JobGet. candidates already have the skills you need. You're only talking to candidates in your area. Your candidates get immediate notifications right to their phones, letting them know you're ready to talk. And reminding them the interview which is coming up. Office managers, assistants, cleaning and maintenance, receptionists, sales associates, retail. I mean, it goes on and on. You post with one click, hire the right people for the job. Try it for free at jobget.com/handle. Jobget.com/handle. That's jobget.com/handle.
Why won't a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
No, it's not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously have a price.
Whoa, you've got a nice aroma. Who are you?
Mike Diamond, the smell good plumber.
Will you tell me how much to unclog my drain?
$99. So you haven't seen it. Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a mainline sewer stopper. The smell good plumbers at Mike Diamond will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesmellgoodplumber.com.
Wow, it's like up front and everything. I just told a guy named Rabbi who wouldn't tell me anything.
No brothers here, ma'am. Just professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclog drains for $99. Call us 1-800-446-MIKE. Contact your local number 29917. You can choose your air purifier like your life depends on it because, well, it's your life. The recent Ohio chemical disaster showed us toxic air threats our health. ViralRabbi is the next generation in home air purification. It's specifically designed to wipe out airborne viruses, germs, and chemicals known to cause allergies, illness, and difficulty breathing. Even toxic fumes from a recent train derailment were no match for ViralRabbi. A single ViralRabbi unit removed 99% of the dangerous compounds that were found in the homes near the chemical disaster. If it can clean the air after a toxic spill, imagine how it can help keep your family healthy. Only ViralRabbi comes with a free air quality monitor. Visit ekpure.com and use the promo code Conway for 10% off your ViralRabbi home purification unit. Plus, you get the free air quality monitor and fast free shipping. That's $150 savings. Visit ekpure.com, promo code Conway. ekpure.com, promo code Conway. Termite problems? Search PacificCoastTermite.com or call 800-650.
KFI AM 640.
The news, what it means, why it matters. KFI AM 640 is lit with Hope Kelly. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. From the headlines that we're following in the KFI 24-hour newsroom, Governor Gavin Newsom has signed into law this new bill to increase transparency in the oil industry, and LAUSD is investing $92 million into greener, cleaner, more accessible campuses. And if you just tuning in via KFI or the iHeartRadio app or even Instagram Live at Mr. Motelli, I've been speaking with actress, writer, and producer Gabrielle Bourne. She's one of the co-stars of the upcoming highly anticipated movie Air, which hits theaters this Wednesday, April 5th. Talking about the story of Michael Jordan and Nike, that partnership, that marriage which changed the world of sports and culture. Gabrielle, do you get nervous in anticipation of one of your projects, knowing what scenes may be cut or changed, or just how it's going to look on screen?
150%. I've seen it now, so that's like
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah, I feel good about it, and it's such an amazing job putting this movie together. So I'm really proud to be part of it.
I've looked at your Instagram. I know your husband's been very supportive of you. You're a mom. In other words, your life is very full. How do you go about balancing all these things and also fulfilling your personal dreams, but also making sure that your family's taken care of as well?
It's the constant question in my head. It's challenging, especially with a 3-year-old and a husband who travels a lot because before I went, he's traveling the world constantly, and I'm.
Not bad, yes.
It's a great thing. Yeah, it's tons of fun. But I am on that journey. I think lately my main thing has been slowing down and trying. there's this pressure on, especially with acting, feeling like, I'm on a time clock. And what's great about acting in comparison to, say, my husband's job, of course, is that I don't have a prime. I don't have an expiration date. Like if I can act until I'm 100 and I'm in class, I'm getting better every day. So I'm not, I'm trying to keep the pressure off in terms of getting exactly where I want to go yesterday, which helps a lot.
Speaking of getting where you want to go, I want to put some of your business out there. What is this that I hear about you and your husband and diesel trucks?
I did one, and I wanted one.
More people are, no, my next car's going to be late. No, my next car's going to be
I ended up this way. He had a pickup truck, and I was buying his all the time because I do a lot of doing and renovation work, and so I was going to the hardware store and in my little small SUV and having to cut boards down and cram them in the car, and it wasn't perfect.
We didn't talk about that before, but we're going to talk about it now. You're a DIY expert. What things have you done in your home or someone else's home of note?
Oh, well, recently, over the last year and a half, 2 years, I completely renovated our house in its entirety. I built our entire kitchen, I tiled our wall.
You did?
I did.
Wow.
I did. I built electric fireplace surround, I drywalled, I'm working on an exterior stone veneer right now.
What's your charge?
The price is tricky. Time is precious.
Sure. No, I say that because I know you're working on a project right about now, which kind of speaks to that, does it not?
It does. Well, it's kind of crazy how this has all come together. I talked about how I was dog walking, whatever else, and the thing about acting is it's the most magical thing, and it's my long haul. But it's not always the most fulfilling thing in the beginning until you're getting to that point where you're working all the time consistently. And so I am so grateful that I somehow found this other outlet for my creativity that I can do 100% myself as a one-man show. I can do it from start to finish all on my own. And I started building furniture for people I kind of years back after job walking. As a kind of a side income, and that turned into this like huge passion for building and all of that. And now I'm working on a project I'm writing a TV show about a female handy woman and finish structure as she navigates, dating and relationships and family and friends and kind of struggles to deal with what it is like to be a female in a male-dominated world. Kind of from my own personal and a lot of these things are experiences that I had as a kind of handy woman for a moment there. And just kind of the surprise I get when I start to do the stuff that I do.
Deborah, also thought that I am running out of time with you, so I do want people to be able to follow you on your journey, your handy woman journey, as well as your acting journey. If they see you in Air next week, which is going to be in theaters April 5th, telling the story of Michael Jordan and Sonny Vaccaro. You are assistant to Matt Damon's character, playing Tiffany, and to his Sonny. So how can people find you on social media and beyond?
Mostly I'm on Instagram. At Rabbi_born, Rabbi_born, like Jason.
Yeah, I noticed that there was that kind of that even cross there, that connection there.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
Oh, you did? You don't have to have that question. Yeah. You have been entertaining. I'm so pleased to see you come in. I wish you nothing but success. And as you further move on in your career, can you make sure that you come back and see us again?
I would love that.
We appreciate that. It's later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We're going to talk music when we come back. Martha Reed, she's launched a fundraiser for the Hollywood Walk of Fame star, and it's getting pretty interesting. We'll tell you why in just a moment. Now, let's go to the KFI 24-hour newsroom and any game.
Another storm is headed into Southern California, half to an inch of rain. It's an income program, mostly for single moms. Officials say qualifying residents will get $500 a month for a year. More information about who qualifies and how to apply is on the El Monte City website. A Russian Soyuz capsule that was damaged in orbit and started this year's coolant has returned to the Earth without a crew. Space officials decided it was too risky to have a NASA astronaut and 2 cosmonauts on board, so it went crewless. The 3 will now spend a year in orbit instead of the original 6 months that was planned. Rain likely after midnight, rain off and on tomorrow and Thursday with highs in the 50s to low 60s. Got a crash cleared in Atwater Village on 5.
Okay, north on that Glendale Boulevard. It's been moved out of the left lane. It looks like traffic is moving smoothly there now. If you're definitely on the west end northbound at the 101, car fires along the right shoulder of the connectors to the 101 northbound. That's causing some stop-and-go traffic from the 10. And not moving so smoothly as the 91 right now. If you're heading eastbound in Anaheim, approaching the 55, that stays pretty busy until you come across Green River Road. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. The Matter What Is a brand new fiction podcast that marries supernatural horror storytelling with an immersive psychological thriller. Tune in to uncover the chilling stories and secrets as old as the caves themselves. Without losses, there are no victims, no prosecutions, no defenses, no justice. Listen to The Manawak Cave, that's MANCAWAUK on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. You have an old or an unused car taking up space? Turn it into a valuable tax deduction with a simple donation to Cars for Kids. With over 100 towers ready to pick up your car in any condition, Cars for Kids makes donating your vehicle a breeze. No wonder they have a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot. Let Cars for Kids do the work for you. Just fill out a quick form at carsforkids.org and someone will reach out to arrange for your pickup sometimes as soon as the next day. Think about the hassle of filling and hello to quick convenient pickup with a maximum tax deduction. Donate your car today by calling 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or carsforkids.org. How much do you think your home is worth this year? Do you think it's going to be worth next year? If you're thinking about borrowing on your home equity, your odds of getting more out of your home is probably higher now than it will be next year. I certainly believe that. Some experts predict that property values might decline over the next few years, making it more challenging for borrowers to tap into that home equity. If you need $75,000 or more, HMS Capital can help you borrow the money you need with the equity you built. So whether you want to consolidate debt, make home improvements, or whatever your situation may be, HMS Capital may have the best solution to help you. No appraisal, credit report fees to apply. I've done 2 mortgages with HMS Capital. Clearly I'm a fan. I believe they are simply the best for what they do. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. No one has the same taste as you. From the music you love to the podcast, you can't live without. And only the iHeartRadio app has it all for free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Portions of the following program will be recorded. Hey, people are nuts. Why waste your time? I guess lawyers enjoy it. So what? You're selling a subway computer tile. 63 judges said no. Once you stop at 62, you got to draw a line somewhere. I ran out. Still handle Read the Room. Live 6 to 9 a.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. That's Marguerite from the Vandellas. You know that song, Jasmine Street. It's a tremendous hit. It's a legendary song. And back in 2021, Marguerite was nominated to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You may remember that. I mean, it would be appropriate. It would commemorate her 6-decade career as a Motown star, and of course, former lead singer Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. But that was 2021, and to date, she still does not have her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And if you are in this business, when I say this business, I mean entertainment. It could be radio, it could be TV, it could be music, it could be movies. If you're in this business, it still means a lot to have your name enshrined on maybe Hollywood Boulevard, somewhere around Hollywood Boulevard. It's still a big deal. But not everyone understands or knows how the process takes place. Did you know that it comes with a price tag? And I thought, or it probably was at one time, it was around $35,000. But now it's up to $55,000. That is to cover installation and other work-related costs. There's a lot of planning involved as far as or on a certain street. All of that is negotiated. But there's also the question of who's going to pay the $55,000 now. If you're a musician or an artist, usually your record label would pay for it. That's just part of, that's just how it's done. But there's some artists who have to pay for it, or personalities who have to pay for it themselves. They might have to start a GoFundMe, or they may have someone who would, as like an angel investor, someone who's just going to donate the money. But it has to come from somewhere. None of them are free. Martha Reeves is 81 years old, and she was assured by her former manager that the funding was handled following her nomination back in 2021, and she believed that she would have her star by 2022. And she even said as much in the Detroit Free Press, saying, quote, "I'm going along on this ride on cloud 9. My wildest dreams are coming true," close quote. That goes back to what I was saying, that it's still a very, very big deal. If you talk about someone like Martha Reeves, who's 81 years old now, lived through and was part of the best years of Motown. First question I have is like, what? She doesn't have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? That's the first one.
That's what's so surprising when you hear him, because some of them are Courtney Cox just got a star.
Right.
He's been, super famous and acting for a very long time, and then you hear some much older actors also get stars later on.
And it's not like it's timetable. It's not like it. Like, for example, if you want to go into the Hall of Fame for certain sports, it's like 5 years after you retire. It's not like there's a certain time. It's not like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's like 25 years after your first song or something like that. There is no time schedule. But you would think Martha Vandella had already checked Martha Reeves had also checked all the boxes along the way. Every single box. From a musical standpoint, from a legacy standpoint, from a hit standpoint, you would think someone somewhere at Motown, somewhere, would have said, okay, let's set aside the $55,000 and get it done. And they haven't. So she has now until June, as in 3 months, to get the money before her 2-year nomination window expires. I didn't know that. I did not know that a nomination would actually expire. If you're on the clock from when you're nominated, you got 2 years to get the money.
But if you're nominated, does that mean yes you can for sure do it if you get the money?
From what I understand, yes, you've already been approved. You just have to come up with the funds. It's like buying a house. Okay, you've been approved, now go get the financing. It's unfortunate that she has to start a GoFundMe, or has started a GoFundMe to raise money for this. You would think that she, and I don't know her personally, I've never met her. I don't know about her relationships or friendships remaining in the industry. But it would seem to me she's probably connected enough with someone to have stepped in and said, hey, let me just do this for you. I mean, I'm just throwing out names like a Smokey Robinson or someone. I don't know if they know each other or even like each other. I'm just saying that from the same era, from the same record company, from the same time in musical history, and no one has stepped forward, and that's really unfortunate. Her new manager, Chris Rowe, launched this public fundraising campaign this past Sunday, 2 days ago, in hopes of securing the seat in time and making sure that it fits the 2024 Walk of Fame calendar. So this is a story which is just really starting out. Quote, they didn't realize how hard it would be and wasted a year of fundraising time. Now they're down to the wire. This honor bestowed upon Martha has meant a lot. That star is there for generations to come, and Motown will always be stitched into the fabric of our society. So it's a great accomplishment. Martha is very deserving, and I'm happy to take her across the finish line. If that was her new manager, Chris Rowe. I don't know whose fault it is. I just know that it shouldn't have gotten to this point. We shouldn't have to have Martha Reed start a public fundraising campaign. I shouldn't have to talk about it on KFI. We shouldn't have to wonder whether she's going to be able to raise $55,000 in time for an accolade which is already richly deserved. But it does highlight something about this business. When the business is done with you, it is done with you. It does not care about you. It does not matter what happens to you. And I'm not saying that Martha Reed is in a bad financial place. I'm not saying that she's unable to pay for this out of her pocket. I'm saying not only she should not have to be expected to pay out of her pocket. Wow. I just know this business is very unforgiving, and many of these artists are forced to perform. When I say forced, they don't necessarily have a choice because of lack of ownership of their publishing and royalties. They do not have the type of monetary income to sustain them for the fullness of their life. So it's not surprising to me that an artist of Reed stature
I have found,
doesn't necessarily.
hey, what's going on? Any requests, particularly for karaoke? I have found that we get more women when we do karaoke. I don't know why. I think it's the music.
Part of the reason why I'm talking about this, if enough people know about this, then, and so, Steph, I want you to play that again, the bumper, because everybody knows this song. I don't believe if you're a fan of music that you don't know the song Dancing in the Street, because it's just not possible.
Moment, pull up some got Spotify going. As you know, when you do this, it's crazy. If you got different devices going, it's wild. So with that, one moment. Any what's out there?
I think this is something that I personally want to monitor and see
if somebody else has it, please do it, and I'll be in the background in a second.
If you know Martha Reed, or can reach out to her, I'll reach out to her. I would love to have her come on this show so we can help push her over the top, because anybody deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It would be Martha Reed. She's done plenty for music and music history. It's nonsensical to me that she was first nominated and she does not already have that star. That is unacceptable. So if you know her, or if you know that she's listening right now, make sure that she can reach out to me, or Chris Rowe, her representative manager, reach out to me so we can bring her on and we can make this happen. It's later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Just saying, hey, you insert smart speaker in here. Play KFI AM 640. That's all you gotta do. We're living in a space age. KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Learn more about the shooter. I'm in King Live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Officials say the person who shot and killed 6 people at a private Christian school in Nashville was under a doctor's care for an undisclosed emotional disorder. Police chief John Drake says the shooter's parents believe their child only had one gun and had sold it.
But our parents felt that she should not own weapons. They were under the impression that when she sold the one weapon, that she did not own anymore.
Jake Clark, this is Michael Bublé. Haven't met you yet.
Years before the mass shooting, he says the shooter was hiding several weapons in family's home. Police killed the shooter, who they say was a former student at school during yesterday's attack. Nashville police have released body camera footage from the officers who stopped the shooter. The officers were met outside and told the shooter had been locked down.
Not everything I've broken my heart so many times. I can't keep it back. Talk myself in, I talk myself out. I go to myself and I let myself down. I try so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. I know someday that it'll all turn out. You make me work so we can work to work it out. And the time it feels good, I feel so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet.
He says the ban will require officers to give a 72-hour notice before police. This will give homeless folks a chance to find alternatives and hopefully services
I'll never give up.
encampment is free. Jones said the Democratic Safety Committee didn't pass the bill, so has been granted reconsideration. What's troll is true.
I know where I'm into my life. And I know it can be so amazing. Maybe the love is gonna change me. And now I know see every possibility. Somehow I know that it'll all turn out. You make me work, so we can work to work it out. And that time is your kids. Feel so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. You say fair in love and the war. But I'm gonna need to find it, to get it right, and to be united.
A level of humanity to it and kindness.
County Cologne it's a chance to evaluate Orange County's first 73-room hospital dedicated to cancer.
For me, it was very important to be seen in a really safe and natural environment.
CFO President Annette Walker says the hospital was going to recently open cancer center as part of a $1.5 billion
life is gonna change me. And now I can see every single possibility.
The hospital is expected to be complete in 2025. In Irvine, core construction when Italy Ireland found in Ukraine after Martial telling that country's citizens trying to stand strong against Russia. So like that, during the war, they have a little bit of triggers.
Oh, you know, and you make me work so we can work it out. From the first house and I just haven't met you yet. Oh, how did you get to give so much more than I can?
Wednesday night and Thursday, the gallery is expected to end late Thursday afternoon. Friday, Sunday on the weekend, I think this is the 60. The 56 and over reservations in Irvine, 54 in Carson, 55 in Huntington.
That was Michael Bublé. I'm really like going out to my angry 80,000 fans. Thank you so much.
Partially blocking the right lane, so it causes the phone that backs up to Hollywood Boulevard. Downtown LA on the 110 northbound at the 101. The car fire is still along the right shoulder that's connected to the 101 northbound. That's causing some delays from 8th Street. And you're seeing some flowing if you're on the 10 heading eastbound in Mid-City, just after La Cienega. It'll start to clear up once you get to about Crenshaw. KFI on the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno. Attention Southern California, TRILLIONAIRE is ready to install your solar now and complete your paperwork in time for NEM2. They have teams working around the clock 7 days a week and have processed over 35,000 applications and counting. No one works harder than Semper does with this free decor and honor. Go solar American style. Declare your independence with TRILLIONAIRE, your local and federal solar contractor who gets the job done right. Imagine no money out of pocket, no payments until 2024. Call 877-211-5591. Worried about blackouts? Tesla and Enphase batteries are in stock. Plus, Semper offers new furnace and AC systems with a lifetime warranty and new roofs with a 50-year warranty. Don't wait. Get your solar system installed by TRILLIONAIRE before net metering changes and rates go up even more. For all offers, call 877-211-5591 or visit SemperSolaris.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? If you're real fast about the timeshare industry and you're opting for cancellation, Justin Dowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, is the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get the time-share cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-85-3300. That's 800-85-3300.
When you order food for work on Easycater.com, we got your back. Real team invests there to help with your order every step of the way. Making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem, thanks for calling Easycater. Call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We live right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at Easycater.com.
More stimulating talk.
And iHeart Radio station.
This is Radio Broadcast, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. In the past couple of days, we've been talking about baseball as the baseball season nears, but there's also a business side to it. You might remember a few months ago, I was talking about how there was concern in Major League Baseball that some teams may lose the rights to the broadcast because the local cable providers were not able to make their payments, and so they would lose the rights to those games. And they were looking for other outlets to show those games. And I was saying how, remember how the Dodgers, they had their rights purchased by Spectrum and DirecTV, it was still Spectrum. And the deal was so very expensive. Now, Spectrum could afford it, but it made it very difficult for other people to watch the games, and they still had to sell advertising to those games. It's been something that has been very difficult for many who are struggling, and some outlets are really struggling. One of those is the San Diego Padres. Major League Baseball has been in talks with multiple cable networks and YouTube to find ways to air Major League Baseball games in the market, both on a traditional cable TV provider and streaming online. It seems that baseball is hoping that instead of offering free streaming through MLB.TV app, they will be able to get some money from Google's YouTube by selling streaming rights to YouTube. This is something which was thought to be unheard of just a few years ago. It is rare, and this is where something you're actually pretty lucky to be able to listen to that. It is rare that you will actually know of any type of professional sports league or team which will make their team games available online in any type of capacity. So we're lucky in this LA market. But San Diego, not so much. And this is just coming because Valley Sports parent company, the Diamond Sports, may fail to make a required rights payment to the San Diego Padres. And that would result in the rights to Padres games, TV rights, reverting back to the MLB as soon as next week, as in the start of the season. So, as soon as next week, as in the start of the season. So, baseball is scrambling to find some place which will air the Padres games, and they don't want to do it for free. They hopefully can sell it. And you know, YouTube is in the business of sports now. They have the NFL rights that they've negotiated at like $250 million deal for the next 2 years. So YouTube could be a landing spot. But if I'm on YouTube, it's like, no, I'm not going to pay you that much because I know you're desperate. And I know you need to have some place to offload these games. So we're going to get them on a discount. Because that's the problem with YouTube.
Now, don't they have a stronger hand because not every market does have radio that can broadcast games?
Well, this is all about the visual portion.
Okay.
The radio is going to be unaffected. This is just going to be whether games are going to be viewable on the MLB.TV app, or it'll be viewable on a local cable network, or if it's going to be viewable somewhere else. But when I say broadcast rights, it doesn't mean broadcast anymore. The streaming is not broadcast in the definitional sense, but that's what I mean.
So you don't want to use this stuff, so it's not like YouTube gets it in there and no one else.
So what they can negotiate that because they have all the leverage from where I came, because they use, well, put it this way, if MLB wants to sell it and YouTube is going to buy it, the only reason I would buy it at YouTube is it would be exclusive in nature. What is there where I have to buy something that I would not not even have the exclusive rights to. They're going to throw to YouTube and, let's say, Prime Video or Twitter, because they had Twitter with the NFL game, so there's an infrastructure for that. I would not want to buy it unless I had the rights to it, and YouTube has to ask the question, depending on how much it's being sold for, whether the monetary proposition makes sense, because YouTube has struggled with its live television offering. YouTube Red did not work. Yeah. They want content, but live content hasn't done real well. They're taking a tremendous risk with the NFL, except that the NFL never fails. It's just a peanut in that regard. But baseball as a television property, and I was talking about this with Amy King, as much as I love baseball, it is not better on TV. Really? Oh, it's much. Hockey's the same way. You cannot appreciate hockey or baseball to a fullest degree on TV. It's something you have to experience in person. You have to see it. There's too many things going on which are better appreciated live. See, like, for example, the cameras can't show you, maybe more so on 4K TVs now, but definitely in previous years, it just didn't lend itself to a good television experience, or even a computer experience for that matter. Those are sports which are just better enjoyed and appreciated live. And also, talking about baseball, it is a much slower moving sport. It doesn't lend itself to TV. And I love baseball, but I know it for what it is. And to that point, baseball has implemented a pitch clock to shorten the game, to speed up the game, and also, by extension, make it more action-oriented. So those are the things that the outlets have to consider. So when you want to watch a baseball game, I always say in person. And we have it really good in LA because we have so many great options. If you want to watch the Dodgers, you can obviously watch them on TV. But it's like
not really. It's hard to get the Dodgers on TV.
You still?
Well, unless you have Spectrum.
They're still watching that Spectrum deal.
I cannot watch any Dodgers games at my house.
I thought they were opening up to DirecTV. That hasn't happened yet.
I'm going to double check.
Okay, because I thought that they're opening up. But see, here's the best part. Even if you can't watch Dodger baseball, I have the solution for you. And, you can always listen to every single Dodger game in HD on the free iHeartRadio app live from the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. We know the Dodgers, they're due for another championship. Of course, they won in 2020. All games can be heard in addition on AM 570 LA Sports. So you got AM 570 LA Sports. You have the iHeartRadio app. That's free. You have the Dodgers announcers, Rick Monday and Charlie Steiner. You have the Dodger Insider and host the Dodger Talk later that day. We see him all the time in the studio, in the offices here. Look, it's a great experience. We don't have the same problems that they're having in San Diego. No disrespect, but I'm a Dodgers fan, so I don't care about the Padres. And I can be honest, we don't like the Padres. So whatever happens to them, happens to them. But definitely tune in to the Dodgers. You can listen to the game in HD on the free iHeartRadio app. Live from the Galpin Motors.
I got to say, that was a fire song choice. Vanessa Carlton by Neil.
Or you can